you're gonna fucking you fucking
Today, like, because I'm on here, my son doesn't have football practice because he has to do a fucking report on Vladimir, someone, I guess, who,
Vladimir Lenin.
yeah, about communism. He's like, yeah, communism is cool. Everybody got a house to live in.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I
Is
was
that what
like,
they're fucking?
whoa, whoa, back the fuck up, kid.
Damn.
Pump the brakes, dude. Pump the brakes.
So his father had a long discussion with him about communism. So I'm just kind of curious. I want to see his fucking history book.
Damn. Damn. I'm kind of like shocked
I'm
because
so, like, that just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I don't even know how to respond. I just want to look at the teacher and be like, what are you teaching?
WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
What's going on, Red Leg?
Oh man, I love you to death. This is awesome. This is not Red Leg, man.
Oh wait, no, it is not. This is Charlie, isn't it?
No, it's not. Go on. Continue.
Oh,
Go down the list if you're a super fan.
Cause
Nope.
Damn.
Ice.
Yes, this is Ice.
Fifth time a charm.
What's up, Branko?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I've just been like working on the hood for the truck that I'm racing on Sunday. But it's weird. You guys are having this conversation, and I was having an argument with someone on local radio about it today.
Whoa. Go on. What was it about?
Well, basically, what it was, he was just it's almost like the conversation is being set up now to get rid of these monuments so that the American people forget that we do have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at why the South rebelled against the North, yes, slavery was an issue, but there was a bigger factor. And that was the fact that, there was a lot of southern states that didn't want that one person telling them what to do from Washington, D.C. And, that's just how there was a big old argument. We were trying to debate over what started the Civil War and everything like that. But I think that anytime they do that to hide history, it's just wrong. And
Well, Branko, you bring up a good point. Oh, hey, we're up. Finally. Fuck. After I had to kick some squirrels, and you'd be surprised what a crank in a hamster's ass will do to get your fucking Facebook Live running. Yeah, we're up. So I get your point, man. It just my biggest thing is that I don't understand why. I do understand where they're coming from as far as they're a bunch of little fucking pussies. I don't understand. I don't get how, if there's such an upper intellect, it's gonna solve something by doing this. I don't think it is. If anything else, it's gonna cause this shit to, and you're gonna further
agree.
divide the country.
If you look around history of the world, other countries have done this when they've gone and taken monuments and stuff from their own past and destroyed them. And I just think that, like, looking more down towards the road, I don't want my daughter to be raised in a country where she doesn't even know about the Civil War. And it's almost like the victors or the government, in my opinion, they want to make it so one day, hey, there was never a Civil War.
Oh yeah, Hitler said the victor is the truth is always written by the victors.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, sir.
Yep. All right, man. Hey, thanks. People are now fucking jumping on here. So see you in the chat.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Have a good one, man. Thanks.
So there was some other funny things that happened in the news.
Well, it's kind of it's unfortunate.
It feels like today's been so. Maybe it's just Monday.
It's
like
fucking
everything's
Monday,
been
dude.
so depressing.
Yeah, exactly. So go ahead. What's up? What you got?
Well, it's funny only for the sheer fact that the little girl's okay, but there is a video circulating around Facebook and a lot of other news where a girl was rescued from Canadian Harbor after a sea lion yanked her underwater. They were in a little harbor, and the little girl next to family. It's not like she was all by herself. And there's a not little, the sea lion. There's a big old sea lion in the water, and she went and she sat on this little bench, and the sea lion jumped up. She jumped up quick enough so the sea lion only grabbed her dress, but then tossed her ass into the water. Luckily, a local a person was there, jumped in after her, grabbed her, got her out. But it does bring to mind that they might look cute and cuddly, but these are wild animals, and please don't turn your back on a predator because even a sea lion will try to get you.
She was also fucking with it too.
The video didn't show that, but there is if you read one of the articles, RT has something, but if you read the article, she was playing around with it and
Playing around, she was teasing it.
she was teasing it, and it got her back. I tell you what, you only need to get pulled in the water once by a big old sea lion.
I wish you won't do that again.
She'd be like, she goes into water anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Don't know what's up with the Facebook Live stuff. Sorry, man. I'm gonna freaking just let you know that are you guys broadcasting pretty good on the? Can you hear it? Let me see. Let me do a sound check. Yeah, got everything's good on my end, as far as the radio pages goes. This doesn't calm. Everything's all crazy in a pickle. Boss, you're supposed to be fucking chilling out, not be fucking checking the lines and shit. He's like, fuck, guys, it's fucking something. Hang on. Let me do a sound check. Yeah, got everything's good on my. Yeah.
Yeah, you sound crispy.
Yeah. So, I don't know what's going on. Might be some issues going on with the Facebook Live. Facebook Live lately has been fucking stupid. So.
Yes, it has.
So yeah, guys, hey, just again, forgive fucking bull. That dude's got his own fucking thing going on. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. I'm afraid of disconnecting a fucking Facebook Live because then the next thing you know, I won't be able to get back on it. So I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of shit. It's interrupting. It's even now. Okay, now it's starting to say it's interrupting intermittently.
Damn it, Pi.
I have no idea what it is. Everyone else is saying it's going pretty good. Let me see what YouTube's saying. YouTube might be going up here. Let me change here to my. Let me swivel my chair over here to the Death Star controls.
Just to let our listeners know, if you still want to listen to the show, just in case, things happen with Facebook, knock on wood, that it doesn't, you can go to WTFNationRadio.com and listen to us live.
Boom, great plug.
And there's a chat room where you can also speak with some of our other listeners, followers, and us.
The less
Just
pretty
click on
ones.
the less pretty ones. Just click on the live chat. Come up with some nickname or whatever the fuck you want to be called, asshole, dickhead, we don't care, and we'll just chat up.
Yeah, we'll chat it up,
Right?
Is that Freedom Rock? Chat it up. Yes, yeah, we're tracking. Everybody knows what's going on right now. Breaking news: explosions at an Ariana Grande concert in Manchester, England. Multiple casualties up into the teens, 20s. We don't know, and that's confirmed. Multiple, at least right now. They're doing obviously a systematic count. 10 believed dead right now. Pictures are coming in of injuries with nails on the bodies or on some of the injuries.
So apparently the explosion was in the foyer, and there are reports that from eyewitnesses that the building actually shook. So this may go from a somewhat of an accident that just sparked a huge thing to an actual, we have a serious problem. So we'll keep our ears to the ground and figure out what's going on as news comes in.
Yeah, it's fucking it's terrorism. That's what it is. It's terrorists. Fucking terrorists. I'm gonna kill Al Qaeda. But yeah, fucking sucks, man. Again, you just can't go anywhere. I don't even know how to fucking talk about this stuff. Like I said, I had my show ready. I was like, yes, I'm gonna fucking do some stuff. 20,000 fucking 20,000 people are in that shit. That's right. And it fucking blows. Fucking blows.
And a lot of those are little kids just trying to,
Yeah,
little girls, wanting
yep,
to go see a show.
Yep. Tonight's drinks brought to you by fucking Jungle Juice. Jungle Juice. If you guys don't know how to make Jungle Juice, go on YouTube and find out how to make Jungle Juice. That's how I found out. So I'm drinking the nice big plastic ghetto cup of Jungle Juice. Know what I'm saying?
So you know what? After hearing this news, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah. Well, usually about my second segment's when I start slurring my shit a little bit, and I have to slow down. So, but Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, fuck. Hey, I'm gonna go into a little bit of a story here. We're discussing, going back and forth in the main page about fuck. It's a fucked up story. If none of you guys, this kid got fucking commissioned as a first lieutenant, and was stabbed 2 days fucking and died.
Jesus.
And what really fucking blows me away is this guy's fucking being commissioned, or he was commissioned, and it would appear that there's some issues with his benefits of being buried now because he was commissioned, and I don't know if he was sworn in. So more to follow on that. We're gonna get the points of contact from that organization where he was assigned to at the University of Maryland. So basically, what it was is that this dude named Steve Urbanski fucking walked up to this guy and said, "You better step to the left," or some shit like that. And the victim, Richard Collins, the kid was only fucking 23, man. Suffered stab wounds to the chest and was rushed to the local hospital where he was pronounced dead. He joined the Army and was commissioned as a second lieutenant just last Thursday, 2 days before his death. And he was drunk and was walking up to a group of his friends, and the guy just like fucking just wanted to have a fucking, just approached him totally unprovoked and stabbed him.
Wow.
It's fucking sad as shit because everyone was like, what the fuck? And the guy was drunk and walked up to the group of guys and approached fucking Collins. And then the guy said, step left if you know what's good for you, is what he told the kid. And Collins obviously was like, what are you talking about, man? You dude, get out of here. And he fucking guy pulls out a fucking knife and stabs him a couple times in the chest.
Wow.
And I'm like, holy crap. So what's fucked up is that it's a murder, okay? You can't murder somebody more than what a murder is. Murder, like if you kill somebody, you've killed that person. There's no additional killing to that individual. But because the guy was part of an alt-Reich Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
God, Jungle Juice is good. I guess it's like a fucking fairly, it's fairly a fucking like fair to say it's fucking racist.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the fucking jokes that were in there, a lot of stuff, and then, of course the Facebook page has been deleted. I'm gonna see if this is gonna be if it was racially motivated or not. So the way I see it is that instead, if you really want somebody to know, and people ask, hey, how come the guy didn't do anything? I mean, the guy was really fucking drunk, and then somebody kind of put it in perspective, and I didn't fucking think about this. It's kind of wow. Usually American soldiers don't like fighting that much. Not so much because they don't really want to fucking true. Stories about us being bad or the average soldier.
Family members were like, well, how else was he going to get shoes?
Oh,
Yes,
for his
that-
shoes.
I remember that
no,
story.
or even worse, when those 3 teenagers went into that kid's house, and they said that he shouldn't have used the AR, he shouldn't have used an assault rifle because the kids were at a disadvantage. They came into the house with a knife. Once you come into somebody's house, that's it. That means that you have lack of respect for those individuals, and I'm sorry, you're gonna get it. But my whole point being was that a death of a service member, active, I don't give a shit. Reserve, I don't give a shit. Fucking veteran, it should be up to the same standard as of. Now, of course, if the veteran or individual was, going ape shit or something like that, then yeah. But if it's a crime committed against individuals, then it should be a very high, it should be a high penalty.
Just kind of like how hate crimes are.
Yeah. I mean, well, again, but like I said before, what more murder is you can't murder somebody more than what you've already murdered them if you've murdered them. So, although it sounds a little callous to fucking say that, the guy's gonna get fucking murder. Yes, he's getting murder and he's probably gonna get life or whatever. Then that's it. Adding an additional block to it is whatever. My heart goes out to that poor LT. That kid just got commissioned Thursday and was probably gonna go active duty and probably raise his right hand to go active duty. So, and it just blows that fucking somebody had an attitude about it, and everyone should have. I mean, I don't know. It just I wasn't there. It's just I'm not going to armchair quarterback an incident that was just very fucking sad. Fucking pisses me off.
It's just the days we're living in.
Yeah,
Terrorist attack all times, and service members aren't even safe in their own country.
Yeah. Now they're saying that it's a massive explosion, not multiple explosions. I guess it was more than
Oh wow.
19 dead, 50 injured, and it is, the British are gonna say straight up, it's a terrorist incident. Hey, Ariana Grande, welcome to being an American.
Yeah.
Didn't you make a comment how much you hated Americans? Yeah, welcome to being an American, because that's what happens. They don't give two fucking shits. As you're not them, and they used your venue because, according to what, I don't want to sound like a dick, but according to fucking you didn't like Americans, right?
Oh yeah, I
Wow.
remember that whole eating donuts thing
Yeah.
where she was totally trashing on
Americans make me sick. Americans, blah blah blah, whatever. And I'm like, wow. Mm-hmm.
So there's a Facebook page, surrounded by armed security and settling, wishing she was back in the safety of America she hates so much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. Any loss of life like that, and again, to citizens of one of our allied nations, it's unfortunate. But I mean, that's, again, it's just like you just said, Flash. It's one of those things you kind of kind of no, I don't know how to do the game thing. I guess everyone's comfortable with Red Leg doing the games. We can do games later. No, we're not going to do games later. This is Monday edition with ice. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna get a bunch of ice. Yeah, you're gonna get ice drinking jungle juice. Everyone's used to seeing, Red's
ugly face.
Delicious looking head, shiny head in the fucking light there.
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty. Makes you want to take a bite out of it. Yes. Hi, Red Leg. I hope you're resting good. We got it from here. We got your back, buddy. Yeah. So, wow, your little one's like all over the place, man. I love it.
Oh, you can hear him?
Oh, I don't feel bad about BBS now. No, because he's now using profanity. So now I gotta be careful what I say.
No, he hasn't learned that yet. It's not for lack of trying, that's for sure.
Well, I know he'll look at you and kind of figure out what you just said when you drop 5 F-bombs and a couple of A-holes in there, and they're looking at you. Wow, what language are you speaking, Dad? And then you're like, well,
Profanity and sarcasm.
Yeah. What does that mean, Daddy? It means nothing. It means nothing at all.
I mean, he's already a little sponge as it is. So it's,
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's like, I hate how like he just remember, like he's at the point where he'll actually bring me my Xbox controller as soon as I come into the house. Yeah. And then he gets a little offended if I don't play when he gets it to me. Yeah. Are you going to bed?
Oh.
Aw. Oh, before you know, he'll be bringing you like
Come here.
beers as soon as you
I
walk
love
in
you.
the door.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh, feels that's so sweet. That's so sweet. I love it. I know my little guy's the same way.
Yeah, we'll see how lovey he gets when baby number 2 pops out and he's not the golden child anymore.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, I think you say, let's see what you're talking about. My kid, I was like, oh yeah, we'll see what happens when he lays your bike down, Ice. I'm like, yeah, thanks. Sorry, Dad, just put a dent in your new bike.
Well, there's a 6-foot hole out back. Let's go.
There's your bike. It's your bike now. That ain't mine. I'm getting another one. Dumbass. Yep. Cough it out, little guy. Yeah. So tell us about your trip. You had a little bit of a trip there going up to the I don't know, this little farm ranch called the Warhorse for Veterans there.
It was a blast. The whole program itself, if you're a combat veteran and you're having issues with your PTSD and you need to get away for a weekend, this place is your place. I don't even know where to start. Now, I mean, like at first, when Patrick Benson, he is the CEO and director of the whole program. He's like, yeah, we'll have you guys come out here and check it out. And I would send all the information to boss, and he's like, well, what's the catch? Like, apparently there's no catch. And then, of course, we get, our itineraries for the flight, like a month before, and we're like, this is happening. This is really happening. And then you're on the plane and you're there. And we got to the farm. We had amazing food over the weekend. Everybody was so kind and loving. You could just feel the love that Mr. and Mrs. Brown, they are the ones pretty much that finance the whole thing. The farm, it's their farm on their property. They have, I can't remember how many horses. There were several, and we got to learn, we learned how to groom them, how to saddle them, how to check their feet, to look for any, cuts, any of that. They taught us how to farm, how to get up on the horse, how to ride the horse, how to round pen a horse. That was entertaining. I was confused as fuck when we were doing that, but I figured it out eventually. And I don't even I want to go back. I didn't want to leave. Oh, and Spanky says there were snacks. Yes, there was lots of snacks. We had Jack Stack's barbecue. That was amazing. And then we had what else? We had Freddy's Steak Burgers. And Freddie, the founder of that company, is a World War II veteran himself. And he donates to a lot of veteran organizations. So he donates lunch every time somebody is up there with his burgers and some chips. I mean, awesome, awesome burgers. Honestly, I'd have to say they're better than In-N-Out. Sorry, guys.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Well,
By far.
really?
Yes.
Freddy's.
Like,
Yes.
I don't like In-N-Out's fries because they taste like little pieces of straw cardboard.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us tonight at Monday Edition with Ice.
Mom and Flash are now fired.
No, I'm just kidding.
About time.
Well, I mean, it takes a lot because In-N-Out's some good shit. I mean, there's only some other burgers that come close to In-N-Out, and it's hard. It's a hard sell. So continue. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Then we had Stout's fried chicken. That was good. There was these rolls. Oh my god, I had like 4 of them, and they were huge, like the size of a softball. They were that good. Towards the end, on Saturday, we all got to hang out in the hot tub in Mr. and Mrs. Brown's backyard. They had a pool house, and there was like beer full of fridge, a fridge full of beer.
A beer full of fridge. That's what I'm talking about.
That's my kind of party right there.
I'm about to say a beer full of fridge.
They took us back and forth from the hotel to DoubleTree or Hilton DoubleTree. I mean, it was super nice. Our bedrooms, the bed was so comfy. And normally, like the first night where I'm somewhere, especially at a hotel, I don't sleep at all. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not used to it, but I slept like a rock that night.
Okay.
And then when we got back to our hotel rooms on Friday night, there was this basket full of snacks from the hotel.
I heard that you were just got straight ballered out. Well, that is awesome. Yes. Well, I'm gonna restart this. I'm gonna go ahead and take a early break. Because I just want to mess with this fucking Facebook Live thing. I have no idea what's going on. I guess it's probably the Facebook thing or whatever. But I'm gonna have to check it out. Let me restart this joint, and then we'll be back with the Monday edition with me, Flash, and Mao, and then we'll go over the rest of some of the stories here, and then everyone can get some shots or warning shots or
shots.
I got a glass that's big enough. I got enough fucking jungle juice in here to last me for a while, so I'll be good. So y'all stay tuned. Again, if you're having issues, you can go on YouTube, and you can go on the TuneIn app, the Puffin app, Periscope, and you're able to log in there. Just look for WTFNR, or you can go to WTFNationRadio.com, jump in the chat, and then that's it. You can listen to us and jump on some cams. You might see some things pop out. You might see some other stuff too. You never know. So with that, I'm going to play some music right quick and then see what's up with this Facebook Live crap. Shouts. You're supposed to say shouts, guys.
Shots.
Shouts. There you go. Yeah, thank you.
you're gonna see that's gonna make it hard to smile in the future. But through whatever you see, through all the rain and the pain, you gotta keep your sense of humor. You gotta be able to smile through all this. Just keep your head up. Yeah.
Straight motherfucking ballin'. Part 2, still ballin'. West side. Ever since a nigga was a seed, only thing promised to me was the penitentiary. Still ballin', riding on these niggas cause they lame. In a 6-1 Chevy, still heavy in this game. Can you feel me? Blame it on my mama, I'm a thug nigga. Up before the sun rise, quicker than the drug dealers. Tell me if it's on. Nigga, then we first upon bust on these bitch made niggas. Sit 'em up. West side, ain't nobody love me as a broke nigga. Finger on the trigger, Lord forgive me if I smoke niggas. I let my female strap, the fucker from the back. I get my currency and stacks. California's where I'm at. Riding, pass by, why these niggas wonder why. I got shot but didn't die. Let them see who's next to try. Did I cry? Hell nah, nigga, tears shed. For all my homies in the pen, many peers dead. Niggas still ball. Till the day I die. You can bring your crew, but we remain true. Motherfuckers still ballin'. Niggas wonder why. You can bring your crew, but we remain true. Motherfuckers still ballin'. How shall I plead? Forever thugging on the quest to get G's. Running from enemies ever since the days of a sea. I'm under pressure. The stressor had me dreaming, thinking niggas after me. Much too paranoid. Wonder why the police don't wanna see me stacking weeds. They after a player, but I won't let them capture me. I gotta thank the Lord for the weed and the nicotine. I can't sleep, close my eyes and see the murder's mind state. Can't keep my nine straight, sipping on this Hennessy. Waiting for the time to break. Show up and motherfuckers bow down, recognize. West side death row, outlaw riders. Untouchable mob of pistol tactics. Well-known fellas labeled for drug selling, merciless jackets. Where the buzz roll with thugs and dogs. Commence to letting off rounds and escaping the fog. Who wanna see some?
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Oh, hey there. Mike Golf here. Do you suffer from erectile dysfunction, constipation, or polycystic ovarian syndrome? If you're like me, and thousands of others, you don't. But what I do have is a prescription for years of suffering from the big green weenie. Take a healthy dose of caffeine, alcohol, and hate, and wash it all down with Sergeant's Time every Thursday at 8 Eastern on WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments. Join Ice, Grey Cloud, Doc Madness, and myself, Mike Golf, as we discuss the important issues of the week. The NCO Corps will never be the same.
The bitches, they love visuals.
The voice of U.S. Army WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Hey, we're back. God, this Facebook Live shit is... well, there's storms going around. There's fucking news going like crazy, so... I'm going to attribute to that. Dude, I feel like I'm fucking raging right now. I feel like a rave coming. An angry rave. Yes. Only an angry rave. Yarg. Sorry, I don't know why I went to pirate mode on that one, but yarg. Avast you mateys. Prepare for a rave. Yarg. Yeah, it really, dude. What's up with this Facebook Live shit?
So we can blame Zuckerberg.
Yeah, dude. Zeeberg is fucking shit up. So apparently Zeeberg's having some issues being told by other governments that hey, you know what? We shut your shit off. We don't fucking like you anymore. So we're going to go ahead and change your shit to that way. It is not going to be compliant in our country. And you know, Zeeberg's like bowing and shit, shaking his fucking head. Okay, okay.
Well, you know, he's just trying to get that dollar, regardless if he says he's going to get rid of. Oh, we're going to donate stuff, and
he doesn't give a fuck. He does not give a fuck whatsoever. So
he does what he's going to do. You know, can't fault him for it. If I had stolen the idea for what do you call it, for Facebook, you know, I'd be rocking it too.
Yeah, he's like he is the living example of plagiarism at his best and making a profit off of it. God knows for sure this station has been plagiarized a few times. Indeed.
Yes, I've noticed that.
You noticed that, right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we weren't like Army Times. You know, Fox News. There's been whoa, we got some people on YouTube. Hey, check this out. So if you're having problems in Facebook Live, you could go to the TuneIn app, or you can go to YouTube to the WTF Nation Radio live stream. It'll say live stream. You'll be able to hear it pretty good. Again, so that means it's a Facebook issue, not a you issue, but a Facebook issue. So fuck those motherfuckers. Hey, speaking of bowing, you notice something when Oprez went to fucking Saudi Arabia? What he didn't do?
Bow.
Well,
ding 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 ding
depending
ding.
on which news source, because apparently you put a medal on somebody and you have to bend over a little bit. That now means you've bowed, because God forbid he does something unnormal as other presidents. And
well, I mean,
I don't like the guy too much, but at least he's consistent. He said he wasn't going to bow. He didn't bow, but you kind of have to lean over a little bit to put a dang medal on.
Yeah, exactly. Oh wow, whoa! People are just like popping the fuck in. Holy crap! Hey, Ghostly, go ahead and pop. If you want to give us a call from across the pond, we see you on the YouTube chat there. If you're in England, can you give us a call at 415-889-8367? You're gonna have the country code 000-001. What?
Send a contact request to call from England from Skype.
Yeah, or you could Skype us. Yeah, you could Skype us. Whatever. WTFNR.phone at Skype Alipe, and then you'll fucking get a hold of us, and more than likely we were more than happy to talk to you guys, talk to our cousins, our limey cousins across the pond, and see what's going on, because right now everyone is telling us a bunch of shit of what is not happening, of what is happening, and of course everyone's going to try to blame Trump for this,
it's always Trump's fault.
Or Brexit.
I mean, regardless if you like him or not, it doesn't matter. His fault.
Yeah. Yep, Chris in the Facebook live chat, comms are horrible here because it's only Facebook Live that's having comm problems. WTFNationRadio.com website and YouTube and the TuneIn app, Puffin, Periscope. What's the other one we got out there? Yeah. Anyways, hey, you know what? We get in trouble if we put the fucking YouTube, if we put the YouTube link in. If we put the YouTube, there you go. Here, let me go ahead and pin that one right there.
There's nothing that says you can't cross promote.
Well, there's nothing that says we can cross promote, right? So how about if I put, let's see.
You can't hear us good. Go to YouTube.
Yeah, John just like spoke too soon. He's like, damn, damn.
He jinxed us.
Damn, we're good. So if you guys in the YouTube chat, I got eyes on you. Wow, it's starting to fill up pretty good. Not bad. Usually we rarely have anybody in there because people are listening on Facebook Live, or they're listening on the other associated apps that we have. We need to do like another fucking promo of all the apps that we're on, so that way the WTF Nation understands what's going on. So for you guys that don't know what's it about, because I noticed a lot of you individuals that are coming into the YouTube page, U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTFNationRadio.com are kind of like working in we're working in collusion together. Cahoots to get the word out. U.S. Army WTF Moments is an entertainment page that is exactly on the all about active duty veteran and issues. We actually have gone out of our way to help out. I am an admin on U.S. Army WTF Moments, but I'm also the assistant station manager at WTFNationRadio.com. So I'm juggling a bunch of stuff to do all this crap. Oh, there is another way. Okay, look, check this out. You guys on Facebook Live, if you look to your left, there's a little tab on if you're looking on your screen, if you're at a laptop or something like that. If you look to the left, there's a WTF Nation Radio Listen Here button that you can click, and you'll hear us there too. So if you look on that side, you'll go, oh, wow, there's another fucking button that you can push. So we have many ways to ensure that you, the WTF Nation, get all the information. Now, WTF Nation Radio also is the site for the voice of U.S. Army WTF Moments, but we also do the same thing. We promote veteran advocacy, but we also have a day dedicated for active duty soldiers, which is called Sergeant's Time. Every day we have a show from 2000 to 2300. I know you European guys and gals know what that means. And then every day we have 12 to 14, or every other day, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we have 12 through 1400 is Liquid Lunch with Pie. So we'll be able to get all the information you need. We believe in quality, not quantity. So we want to make sure that you guys have a quality show. Again, we have a show 7 days a week. So if you kind of think about it, we cover a lot of the things that you guys need to know, and it's pretty freaking easy. Every one of our shows, and now I'm giving you guys a little briefing here across the pond. So if you guys already know, there he goes again talking about whatever. So for instance, today is the Monday edition with Redleg. Redleg is the boss, Smoke, the man. He's the dude.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. I mean, he has a delicious looking shiny head under light, because if you go onto the WTF Nation Radio YouTube page, you'll be able to see all the podcasts. And then we have Tuesday. Now Tuesday, Tuesday we have
Tied Up Tuesday.
We have Tied Up Tuesday with Minks and cuffs. Oh Lord! If there's anything that you you having a bad day, gaze your eyes upon those lovely ladies and listen to them. All trouble. Talking about a bunch of other stuff. They talk about pretty much a bunch of crap. If you look at the stuff that you see on the top of the marquee scrolling on the YouTube page, you'll see our current schedule. I'm not going to insult your intelligence, but I'm going to help you out. So then Wednesday, WTF Wednesdays is with Jim Beam and Jay Rady. And of course, Jim Beam has, how can Jim Beam is the guy that you want to go riding your bikes with and go to a couple biker bars, hang out, shoot the shit in a rustic environment along the Appalachian Trail and hang out and drink some moonshine. There you go. Was that a good description?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, okay.
It's like you read it from somewhere.
It's almost like I have a script going on. And then Thursday is Sergeant's Time. Well, we have active duty United States Army, senior NCOs, and others in there, because a lot of people don't want to talk about what they do. And we talk about active U.S. Army issues that are currently going on within our active duty, reserve, and National Guard components. And we take calls, too. Then, of course, Friday Night Freedom is another show that Redleg has us. So he pretty much caps off the beginning and the end of the week, and that's pretty much it. And then Saturday is the Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Reddy. Jay Reddy's got his own show now. Used to be Saturday Free for All, but we don't do that anymore. Jay Reddy has his own dedicated show on Saturday. And then Sunday is the Green Room. Now, the Green Room is a cannabinoid. Anything you want to know about the medicinal marijuana programs, laws, and regulations. These guys aren't sitting around talking about, hey, man, you want to get high? Well, yeah, man, smoke it up. They're not doing that. They're actually talking about the therapeutic and the physical. And I know across the pond there's been some stuff like that where medical marijuana has had some breakthroughs that individuals are actually not supportive over. Oh wow, we're getting some like mad contact requests now. I don't know what to do. To help you, such as ailments as, cancer, ALS, arthritis, post-traumatic stress. So those guys cover pretty much and they literally are running through legit. Now, we're going to start seeing about getting them hosts as well, to help them out in their, in the cause, because we have open mind at WTFNationRadio.com and U.S. Army WTF Moments fully support the whole gamut. Unless you're a traitor like fucking Chelsea Manning, then we don't give a fuck about your alien resurrection DNA fucking
Oh,
ass.
dear God, I don't even want to mention that guy, girl, whatever her name is.
So
just done with that whole... Holy crap. Like, there's not much you can say anymore. It's just like, holy crap. I mean, now, you know what? What would piss off the entire United States? Oh, I know. Let's pardon this guy, girl, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Do we need to go there again? No.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. We don't need to cover that little fucking freak of nature. Yeah, sorry about the feeds, man. That's just the way it is. It sucks. So again, if you're on your desktop or your laptop, and you're able to go to the left side of U.S. Army WTF Moments Facebook page, you can see there's a little thing right underneath home on the left tab. You'll be able to see WTF Nation Radio. Listen here. Go on to the TuneIn app, and you'll be able to. Let me see if we got good feed going. Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's dropping big time for me too. It's like I got like fucking, and I'm the one pushing the fucking buttons on this shit. Again, this shit makes me want to angry rave right now. I really want to fucking just drink a couple of these cups. Invite you guys over to my house. A couple of cups. Come on over to the Alamo. I'll pour you all some fucking jungle juice, and we're gonna fucking.
Well, while we're doing plugins,
yeah, go for it. What's up, man? You had something you wanted to talk about.
Oh well, while we're doing plugins, I do want to mention Project Overwatch. There's a great organization. They stand for the betterment of our local communities to shape and mold the country to effective positive change. And they do a lot of great stuff. Well, they have something going on right now. It's called Paw Patrol. Now, what they're doing is they're working with Project Overwatch is providing support to the Jamestown PD by purchasing a K9 back-mounted camera system that will increase K9 Mitchell's safety, which is one of the dogs they're sponsoring, who's adorable. Safety during suspect engagements and give every officer and on-scene a better situation awareness. Their staff has personal experience with the bonds that are created with service animals from deployments with military working dogs. Well, they're taking donations. That's the big thing right now is they're trying to help out this local the Jamestown, New York Police Department. So if you head on over to projectoverwatch.org, hold on, let me make sure I have that right. Yes, it's project-overwatch.org/activity/Paw Patrol. You can help them on their way as they're trying to provide these kind of tools that, because we did talk about how, you need body cams and this, that, and the other, because Lord knows if anything happens, the police is always in the wrong. So this is just another way to help ensure not only the lives of the Jamestown and New York Police Department, but their canines that are also important members of our community, regardless if you're a cat person or not.
Well, regardless if you're a cat person. You had to throw that little plug in there. Now, I didn't want to say this, but as soon as I said Paw Patrol when I was reading this out loud and talking to the members,
cartoon.
Yes, and
my son watches that all the time.
Yes, hang on real quick.
Paw Patrol will be there on the double whenever there's a problem.
Anyways, no, we don't need an Essex shop. We need a better fucking Facebook Lives. How about that? We are just committed. We are owned by this fucking platform. It's like kind of like saying, you guys need a new guy to invent Microsoft. No, sorry, man. That's what we fucking got. That's all we got. So, I will say in the community that I work in, we do have military working dogs that have cameras on them, and it is badass to watch those little set of ears rolling around and going through through a room, and it looks pretty badass. But there's even a Paw Patrol fidget spinner. Whatever the fuck that is.
Marketing, branding, merchandise.
Yeah,
It's
hey,
what
throw,
you do.
if you're across the pond and you've thrown us a Skype request and I might have missed it because there's a bunch of them coming in. So let me know and I'll click on that again and bust out some Skype requests here because it's crazy shit. We're getting all this traffic coming in now. But yeah.
You know, we're kind of a big deal.
I guess. I mean, everyone's like, we're the worst station ever. Yeah, what the fuck ever. Okay, well, you're back here. How do you
Hey,
know?
where's their radio station?
Yeah.
Right?
They're listening to us, aren't they?
Yeah, I was about to say
Apparently,
armchair
you got something going
quarterback.
on.
Okay, armchair quarterbacking and stuff like that.
Hey, you know, they just met.
Yeah,
they
Ghost.
hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah, hey, Ghosty, go ahead and send it again if you're listening. Send it one more time, and I will not reveal your mail. I just say, meow. I'll just call you Ghosty. Meow. Say if your name's Ghosty. I don't know why. Again, what is it with the pirate and the Edward G. Robinson freaking? I'm saying. Send it, Ghosty. Send it. We're waiting for you. Because I'm really fucking pissed off at fucking Facebook Live right now. I really want to just go into a rave. Yeah.
She says she sent a message along with the request.
Oh, did she? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, well then hang on. Let me Ghosty girl, let me look and see what you sent. Let's see what you sent. Yeah.
Any luck?
No, I don't see I don't see anything other than nope. Ghosty, send it again. Ghost.
Well, I do have some more news that actually makes me happy.
Go for it, man.
So I don't know if everyone remembers the Clock Kid. It was the boy in Texas that, as a quote unquote school project.
Oh, Islam.
Oh yes.
Islam. Yeah.
Put a disassembled clock assembled again, kind of like a what's the word? Anyways, it was pretty much he put a clock inside of a briefcase. And not in clock fashion, and scared the teachers because, ticking briefcase will kind of do that to anybody if you watch those James Bond movies and stuff like that. Well, a federal court has thrown out the civil rights lawsuit filed by the family of the Texas teenager known as Clock Boy. The lawsuit alleged that the city of Irving and Irving School District discriminated against Ahmed Mohammed at Irving MacArthur High School. In September 2015, Mohammed, a Muslim teenager who was 14 at the time, brought a homemade clock to school to show his engineering teacher, but an alarm on the clock went off in his English class and the teacher confiscated it. He was sent to the principal's office. Now, the lawsuit claimed Mohammed's civil rights were violated when he was interrogated at length without his parents and arrested on hoax bomb charges. But when his father finally arrived at school several hours later, the court document states he tried to explain to the officer that Mohammed was interested in robotics and to create things, but the officer was unwilling to listen. Let's see, moving on. The charges against Mohammed were later dropped, but the school still suspended him for 3 days. So, and then in more awesome news, the Clock Kid's family is moving from Texas to Qatar because of the whole incident. Bye,
Felicia.
Bye. I'm sorry. That's just like play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
He wanted to get. Wait.
I thought they already moved to Qatar.
Fuck you, want to Qatar.
And then, they complained about and they wanted to come back, and they filed the civil suit because of all this. I'm glad it's thrown out. Fuck them.
I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, I'm sorry, I like to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, but you just, I don't blame the teacher for hearing an alarm clock coming from ticking in an alarm clock coming from a briefcase and not get a little worried. I mean, but hey, that could go back to the beginning of the show where we talked about, is that the climate of today where we're all worried about that kind of stuff? But I don't know. Just maybe not a smart idea.
Well, with the teacher, it's better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sure if, say, that was a bomb and that kid took it, off to, another class and something happened, that teacher,
Why did the teacher know? Why did the teacher do anything?
yeah, she would be, thrown under the bus.
WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. Who is this?
Hello, guys. It's Ghosty Girl.
Ghosty Girl, how are you doing? And you're calling us from across the pond?
I am.
Give us some news. What's up?
Yeah. I was just trying to go to sleep, and I'm just south of Manchester, and my mom lives closer. And some of my friends were talking to me about it and said, "Did you see the news?" And I said, "No, it's 2 a.m." And yeah, they said, "Yeah, the first they said that a speaker blew up in the concert and people got injured and there's dead people that passed away." And then as it progressed, it said now there's multiple explosions, and then someone tried to say that it I mean you can all guess the people that were trying to blame it on the pink balloons. They also said that the pink balloons were full of gas and it scared people and it was just a stampede. But as it progressed, they said no, it was explosions. They said that it was in the spot where the ticket is, where you go in and you show them your ticket and you get past those little gates.
Yeah.
They said there was an explosion in the ticket office. And they talked to one guy who said, we heard an explosion as we were getting ready to leave, and then we knew because of the terror attacks that have happened that they usually wait for everybody to rush the doors. So we waited 20 seconds. And since we waited 20 seconds, the second one went off as we were leaving. And they said they're closing down the train station indefinitely because the train station's right there. And they do have armed police officers in England. Not all the officers have guns, but there are armed officers. They said that they're stationing armed officers at the hospitals where the victims have been taken. It went from 12 dead to 20 to 50 injured to 100 to it being a speaker to it being a possible terror attack to them calling it a terrorist attack. And then I don't know if I can post links on the YouTube on your radio thing, but Alan West just posted a article with a picture of a Twitter account that just recently got taken down or whatever, of a Muslim person saying, doing a hashtag Manchester Arena, we have more.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
So naturally, I only served in the U.S. military for just a little bit, and I moved to England where I've got my other half of my family, and I joined the British military as a combat medic. So for me, it's like, I can't go to bed now. So.
Wow. So you are serving in the British military as an American veteran? That is fascinating. I know that the Australian military had no issues with us, but serving in their
I have dual citizenship. So I claimed my citizenship after I got out of the U.S. military because my mother's British. She lives in England and her family's from England, and my dad's from America. So my dad was in the Air Force and he got stationed in England, which is how he met my mom in the first place. They're not as strict as the U.S. is about having people with dual citizenship. When I went into the U.S. military, they told me that I couldn't have dual citizenship and be in the U.S. military. But I found out later that that just depends on your, if you need a security clearance. So I don't know about all of that, but yeah,
I just want to make sure you guys are safe. That's all. That's fucking.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go to Manchester because I'm a huge Manchester fan. I love Manchester United. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna go into that, but I was gonna say,
but I was like, I haven't been there yet, and I've been here for a few years now. And my mom lives really close to. She lives in Durham, so she's really close to Manchester, and so. And then the other thing that tipped me off about it, because it always seems weird when they say weird shit that makes no sense, like, oh, there was gas in balloons. They don't put gas in balloons. Like, come on. Like, let's not be completely stupid. But the fact that somebody had said, well, they were talking to their cousin who lives near the stadium, who said he felt the shock wave, and he lives 4 blocks away. So if it was just like a random speaker or balloons, I mean, how would people hear that. And then I don't know if you guys saw the video, but there was a small video clip of a guy, like, because you could hear her singing way outside the stadium. So he was sitting in looked like a parking garage or something, like on the top, and you can hear Ariana Grande singing, and then you can hear this loud ass boom, and he's not even like right outside the stadium, and he just went, "Oh my god!" So I'm just like, yeah.
Damn.
I mean, it's craziness. My adrenaline's like going crazy, and I'm not even right next to it. So
Yeah, I mean, well, you also part of the British military too, so they could possibly, you know, get you guys rallied up to do whatever.
yeah, especially for medics and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the medical units around here are getting ready to ramp up for a humanitarian aid deployment to Africa. So, and then there was another video where it was somebody. It looked like they were in their apartment. It looked like an apartment building, and it was just like a line of ambulances going down the road in police cars. So
Yeah, that's what's been feeding over here. No one's actually been showing the graphic stuff yet.
there was one photo. Somebody shared it on Enlisted Nine's Facebook. If you guys like talk to them at all, it's pretty graphic actually. Let me get over to it because they commented on my post asking me about it. Yeah. Okay. So it's a picture of the ticket office. It says Metrolink buses and taxis. It has like the bus, the taxi, the disabled person thing, and the little signs of what you can't do. And then you can see blood splatter all over the floor because it's white linoleum. And then if you look through all the 3 double doors, you can just see bodies and people standing around.
Are you looking at it right now? Enlisted Nine
Yeah.
Fight Company?
Yeah. I replied to this guy, Enlisted Nine Fight Company's post.
Mm-hmm.
It's the post of the Fox 13 News Tampa Bay live thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, Philip Parker, posted. And then I replied to it. And then Philip Parker posted the photo. I might be able to share it to your Skype really quick.
No, we see it. We can,
do you?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can see. We got it. Wow.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
it's pretty crazy. I mean, there's lots of stuff going on all over the place, but there's a lot of stuff going on here. I mean, you guys remember the story about the guy who got hatcheted to death in the street, and people just stood there and watched?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
That's
but for me, I'm like, I don't care. Like I heard someone say, you're not allowed to defend yourself over here. Like if you fight back, it's considered like being just as bad as the person attacking you or something like that.
What?
And I'm like, no, if I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down swinging. I'm not gonna take you with
Wow.
me. So there's no way in hell I'm gonna sit still and let somebody attack me or my family. So
Yeah. Wow, that is crazy.
yeah, it's nuts. I don't like. I don't know. I was just laying there watching TV, and then my Facebook went berserk, and people were like, "Hey, what's going on? And are you over there? And where are you?" Because I'm in northeast England, which is by Manchester, and I was like, "No, I'm down here, and I'm too old for that shit, anyways, and I don't want to see Ariana Grande." So, no, but it's nuts because I've been hearing all the ones in France and the ones in Germany and the guy in Switzerland, I think it was Switzerland, and he got shot dead by the police,
Yeah.
which probably saved their taxpayers a shit ton of money. And so for one to be here, but then and it not to be in London like most of them have been, where it's a lot closer to me because it's where a bunch of my friends live and it's really close to my mom. So it's crazy.
Holy shit. Well, you can rest assured that we're definitely paying attention to this and checking. God, man. So have they cleared out the stadium yet? Has everything been cleared out? I mean, is it?
It looks like that they said that's what's happening is because they've had tons of police just converging, and what they're doing is they said as more police get there, they're expanding the cordoned off area to like a massive radius so that they could continue to like start their investigation. But as I'm following like Sky News and stuff and like kind of looking at it, what they're talking about, the death toll and the injured toll like keeps doubling pretty much. Like it went from like 10 to 12 to 20 and then went from 50 injured to 100. I'm just like, I can't even keep up. So
has anybody sought responsibility, said that they were the ones that were involved? What did they
No, the only thing that I saw so far was the picture of the Twitter with the guy, and his name was in Arabic, that said hashtag Manchester Arena, and then ... we have more. And then also they interviewed a guy who said they got out and heard a second explosion. The reporter asked him if there was any security, like, you know, when you get to the ticket thing, you know, usually you get patted down or they ask you to show what's in your bag and stuff like that. And he said no. He said they scanned your ticket and you went in. So he said, well, then does that mean that anybody could have brought anything in there and, you know, triggered it? And he said yes.
They could have very well been pipe bombs at this point.
Yeah, and if people are saying it was a speaker, I mean, they could have put it in the speaker. I mean, well, I mean, all they have to do is really get the frequency right or hit their cell phone or whatever they did, so.
Yeah, I'm just blown away at the fact that there was nobody to check fucking bags. I mean,
yeah, even here, I mean, usually they're like, open your bag and let me see what's in your bag. Like, I've had my bags checked like that when I've gone to sporting events or whatever. And if you've got like bulky pockets, you empty your pockets or you turn them out or whatever. I mean, even, you know, in America, if you go to a baseball game or whatever, they're going to check all your shit and make sure you don't have anything you shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
And for a place like Manchester, that's crazy to me. Like, how do you not, like, you're such a big, well-known city. How do you not have security check people before they go in?
What is the climate like there before all this happened? Did you, as well, I mean, you're a dual citizen, but I mean, you've served in the American military as well. What was do you feel some sort of like level of, I don't know, just some tension? Do you like something? You never get that? Did you ever get the freaking the hair standing up at the back of your neck? You just say, hey man, this is just not, what is it? What is up with this fucking city? Because you do have a mayor there in England that's very supportive to the, I guess you would say the open borders. I guess you would say they were real supportive about having refugees coming over.
I'm not fond of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know you're not, but what is the?
I mean, yeah, I mean, people. But if I trolled through the comments for a good hour too, and people are getting fed up. They're like, you know what? These people should not just be flooding in here willy-nilly like that. They should be going through proper channels, just like everybody else had to, for years and years and years. And if they're trying to bring their Sharia law or any of that over, it's not going to happen. And if they want that, they can go back to whatever crap hole they crawled out of. And you know, my stance has always been assimilate, or get the fuck out. I mean, why do you, like, it doesn't make any sense to me to want to leave somewhere you're saying you're being oppressed from and all this other shit, and then you get to this place where you want to be, but then you're gonna sit there and turn around and like throw it in everybody's face and like condemn all of the way the Western world is, but you want to live here.
Oh yeah,
So-
we know.
But
we know that for a fact. You want to come to our fucking country, but it's our country. We're not going to make our country your country. You know what I mean?
exactly,
That's bullshit.
and that's the part that, like, I mean, it's just a world full of wet blankets and safe space babies and stuff, and it's really mind numbing, but a lot of British people are getting really sick of it. And when they put in Brexit, a lot of people were for it, and said, "Bye, get the fuck out, see ya." I mean,
Yeah.
and I don't blame her being oppressed. And can we come into your country? If you've seen some of those videos where those Muslim guys attacked that girl
Yeah.
and just beat the absolute shit out of her.
Yeah.
Because of the way she was dressed, and they were supposedly refugees, and it's like, no, they're not. They're military aged dudes. I mean, refugees are like women and children and old people and families that clearly need help. Not like, I saw a photo of a guy who like he'd been waiting for 5 years and just came over here. Like, that doesn't look like a refugee to me. And I read it. I read a post that had some facts from like the FBI or whatever that said that like some staggering like 70, don't quote me on it, but like some 70% of the so-called refugees were actually from Afghanistan, not Syria, and then like I think it was like 50% or something around there didn't oppose ISIS, and they're just letting those people into the country. So they didn't even check to see if the people that were claiming that they're trying to get away from the stuff in Syria or Syrian. Most of them aren't. I don't know. But my thing has always been not all Muslims are terrorists, but not all terrorists are Muslim. Clearly, we've seen that like throughout the ages with people like the guy
fuck
from
that shit.
Oklahoma and stuff like that.
I'm tired of those fucking buzzwords, man. It's coming from that fucking religion, straight up. I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
You know,
but where I just said no fucks given at this point was when a lot of them will stand up and go, "Oh, that's not our religion. That's just a few people." But it's like, no, you're losing the privilege to say that because none of you are speaking out against them. They're not bothering you, so you're not going to say anything. So it's like, oh, well, I'm not going to speak out, and I'm not going to say, no, that's not how it is, unless it directly affects me. And so, like, no, you completely just, everybody's going to see your religion that way until a bunch of you stand up and speak out and, like, fight against it.
Yeah, I really just don't think that it's I
No,
mean,
I don't either. I was just making a point.
No, understood. But I mean, it's really hard. I couldn't even imagine. I bet you, as a dual citizen, having some sort of, oh my god, I'd be frustrated as fuck. I would be so fucking frustrated if. Which, by the way, I appreciate you giving us an update from across the pond. We really appreciate. I would just couldn't even imagine the frustration of being a dual citizen over there and having to see this shit and then having to fucking put up with it. I don't know, does the circles in your family look at you like you're fucking crazy when you say something about it, or are they in agreement too?
I don't know if you've ever seen Last Man Standing. I love that show. But I'm more like Tim Allen's character and us members who are more of the liberal persuasion, and I told them not to talk to me about politics at family gatherings if they don't want to get a rushing. And it's not just because like we disagree on stuff, it's because some of the shit that comes out of my sister's mouth is really rage inducing and stupid for somebody who should know better. But it's no, like stuff like this is like everybody kind of aligns and goes, no fucking way am I gonna say that's this or this. It's clearly this, and we see it as that. And not everybody's like that. I mean, there's people who are gonna try to say, no, it wasn't a terror attack, and no, it wasn't Muslim. I saw somebody say, she posted on one of the, I can't remember which page it was. She posted on one of them, and she said, I'm a Muslim, and I think this shit's funny is hilarious, or something like that. I said, which part's hilarious to you? The part that people just got blown and are dead, or the comments? And she never said anything. I just
well, you kind of watch your back out there because you're kind of not. It's not like you go out into the fucking gun store and buy yourself a pistol and protect yourself. You know what I mean? It's like fucking,
yeah. That's
over there. They. And by the way, Last Man Standing was canceled, right?
Oh yeah, but I also Fox's because of the change.org thing that the petition that they had like 370,000 like
Who's got?
signed it in a day.
Do you have
They're
R2D2
gonna
in the
try to
back
move
in the
it.
background?
Say again?
You have R2D2 squawking in the background.
Yeah, it's my boyfriend's cell phone.
You are always welcome to call us because I'm a big Star Wars geek.
That is awesome.
I
That
love
is awesome.
Star Wars.
Oh my god. Your boyfriend has a catch.
So odd though because England's weather is so similar to Washington State because I'm from Washington State originally, and it is so hot up here.
So
My
you're
office
all
is upstairs.
So you're all pale and shit, right? Is that what you're saying? You're like,
hell yeah.
You don't have no tan or you're
I
freaking
could open this fridge and get like a mild burn probably from the light.
SPF fridge. Is that what you're saying? That's your level of SPF there on your fucking. So holy crap! That, hey, if you want to, anytime you want to shoot the shit. What time is it over there right now, anyways?
It's 2:50.
So it's 0250 in the morning out there.
Yeah, I haven't been really like 4 morning anyways. 4 hours later, so not that big a deal.
God, man.
My adrenaline's just through the roof anyways.
I was
so.
about to say you're probably not going to get some sleep tonight because now has anybody usually because we don't see it over here as far as protests, because I know protests get pretty big, but are the average citizenry of Britons very reserved when it comes to that because they're afraid of another counter rally by the said Islamic supporters? Or
I don't think so, and mainly because I keep up with a lot of political stuff. I try not to post it all the time on my Facebook just because I don't really need to see all of the little Facebook comments of all the snowflakes that are all butthurt about it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I saw a post like a month or two ago or so, and maybe it was either it was here, and I think there was one in Ireland or Scotland, and they had like a huge rally where they're fed up with this bullshit, and they're like, we want these people the fuck out. And I think they get in a scuffle with them, and they lost. I mean, so I think people are like really, they're seeing it for what it is, and for as a majority, and they're kind of calling it out, and they're like, no, we're not going to put up with this shit. So people are getting pretty angry, and they're not being like, I think they're a lot further ahead here mentality wise than they are in America.
you mean further as in their mentalities of over there, that over in Britain they want to wipe those fuckers off the map, and over here we're trying to justify their existence here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're nice people, but like if you screw them over for so long, you can cry wolf all you want, and they're just gonna no, they're not gonna put up with it. Especially some of those like Ireland and Scotland. Those guys definitely don't put up with it. I heard recently, because I was talking to my sergeant about weapons and stuff, and we were just talking about like the differences between the U.S. and the British military, and he said that I think it was Ireland maybe or Scotland. It was one of the two. I'm pretty sure it was Ireland. He said that their citizens do get to carry guns or own them. So, but where I live, I don't see a whole lot of them. But I know they're in London a lot.
I mean, it's hard to have a British redneck out there, shooting ducks and shit. You know what I mean? I don't even know. Yeah. I wouldn't even know what the reaction would be of the citizenry if all of a sudden there was an armed uprising of citizens going up to these enclaves. Because I know a lot of stuff in Europe. I know when I lived in Europe for a while, well, actually a decade or so, there was a lot of no-go zones, and there was areas where you just didn't go. That didn't even go. So you carried dirt. You carried dirty because no one was going to come in there and get you. Should you have gotten in any scuffle or any situation? Because once you mess with one, you get the whole doner kebab. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if there's still places like that. I've been wanting to go to London. I have not visited London ever, and I've been here for 3 years because there's so much shit going on. I just don't want to. That one day that I go, it'll be me.
No.
And that's just my luck. But yeah, I'm just like, well, fuck me. I mean, I wanted to go to Manchester, but I guess not. So, I mean, it's crazy. But for me, like, I mean, you've seen the ones where the Air Force guys stopped the dude on the train in France.
Yeah.
There was one where a guy was, he was telling the lady that she should get off the train because of, I think it was because of her shoes, or her shoes touched him, or some stupid bullshit. I mean, something that like little kids fight over. And
And it's Islam. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and then a bunch of people actually stood up on the train and said, hell no, and go fuck yourself, and if you don't like it, get the fuck off the train, and completely kept attacking her in any way, and stepped up. And there was another one where they tried to attack somebody on a bus, like a transit bus, and he got his ass whooped by like the rest of the bus. So yeah, it's a people that's definitely
just fed up.
tired of it,
Yeah,
and
fed up.
actually putting their foot down, which is pretty great. So.
Yeah. Already streaming in are all the fucking comments and the political comments, starting off with Nicki Minaj, Harry Styles, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, Johnny Orlando, Ellen DeGeneres, Niall Horan, and Demi Lovato have already started their fucking apologies, terrible incident, blah, blah. Some political figures, Jeremy Corbyn, Nicola Sturgeon, and Tim Farron, have all expressed their deepest condolences, and hearts and prayers go out. Don't see anybody in here talking about Islam. Nobody.
The Tribunist just posted saying terror in England, 19 dead, 50 plus wounded as reported suicide bomber strikes Ariana Grande concert.
Now that's what's happening. Now it's being reported as a suicide bomber. So
yeah. Oh, CNN's posting something, but I'm not going to read it.
You're not going to read it? Why? Why are you not going to read? Come on, CNN posting some shit. That's CNN. That's CNN. That's like the ultimate.
Knows everything.
Yeah, they're the ultimate
CNN
source.
Probably posted like an old video of Hillary Clinton sitting in the corner rocking herself for losing the election.
Yeah, they're like,
bam.
No man, we love you already, there, Shady or Shady. What was your name? Ghosty. Ghosty. Yeah, Ghosty.
Yeah, Ghosty.
So, yeah, I mean, according to CNN, they're the number one source of news and all that. So if you're looking at the specific websites of where they're at, they'll tell you straight up. They're the key, the key source of all information. They did announce that police say suicide bomber is a possibility. However, there's also video dash cam captures the moment of the explosion.
Yeah, that's the one I was telling you about.
Yeah, if you
I'm
really-
watching that one right now. Oh,
Yeah.
you can see the thing shake.
Yeah, I was about to
Ooh.
say some fucking.
Yeah, that's definitely not a balloon with gas in it.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. No.
Or a lone speaker. A lone speaker is not going to kill like 20 people and wound over 50 more.
Yeah. Jesus. That is fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy.
Some of the comments though are pretty disgusting. I mean, at least towards the victims, people are making a play off of Grande's lost name and the fact that it was an explosion.
Well, I mean, you got to kind of be a little bit. You got to understand that there's a little bit, I guess you could say, grim way of looking at stuff in the world. We
I know
made
the dark humor thing.
Yeah, we got the dark humor stuff going
There's definitely a time
on.
and place for that. But,
There's a time.
someone posted. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Someone said, "Lest we forget." It's a picture of Ariana Grande. It says, "Pop star Ariana Grande. I hate Americans. I hate America."
Wow, that's funny because we just talked about
forgot
that.
about that.
No, we didn't. No, we did not. Us. US Army WTF Moments, WTFNationRadio.com. Don't forget about that. We made sure that we brought that up and we were talking about that. So, that's what we call. That's what most people call karma. So Ghosty, you could go ahead and go into WTFNationRadio.com and you're able to log in, register, get an account, bust in there, get your stuff set up. Matter of fact, so we know it's you, just put in there Ghosty, and then if you want to go ahead and set up an account, and go ahead if you want to spread the word amongst your friends out there in land, who we are, Because we've had, as a matter of fact, we've had recently a larger British presence coming about.
Well, I mean, there's Pi,
He's
who
from-
was in the British Army,
Well, he's
and then
Pi
he served
Land.
in
Yeah, he was.
the
Yeah,
U.S. Army.
Yes, but that's Pi.
Yeah, no, it's Pi.
See, it's a reversal. See, I'm the other way around.
Yeah. So, but the thing is that just recently I've noticed. Well, I don't know. Within the last several weeks, we've had a lot of listeners come on and listen up and stay up and hang out, shoot the shit with us and stuff like that. Some guys actually use us to go to work in the morning when we do some of the after shows. So
And we love each and every one of them.
yes, we do. So if you guys, again, you want to spread the word, Ghosty, so if we see you in there next time, Ghosty, that's going to be your nickname now.
Yeah.
You don't have to give your name up to everybody and all that, because
No
we want to protect your identity as well, because you are serving you are serving right now in another military, which is kind of crazy, because it's thank you for your service in the American military, and I guess what do we
Yeah, not a problem, man. I mean, I got out of U.S. military, and just being in America just working. I applied for, I think at one point I applied for like 20 jobs in a month, and it just wasn't working. So I just came here and did that, and my mom helped me out, and now I've met my boyfriend. So
that's good shit. That is good shit. So was it easy to get a job as an American out there? I mean, was it easier for you because did you have to go to high school one more time, or did you have to do all that crap again, or how do they equate that stuff? You know what I mean? How was it that they
they didn't take into account my that video on the website's playing in my ear. They didn't take that into account, like, because the way that their military is so different. I was said, does any of it transfer over? And they're not technically. They're like, skill wise for you, sure, but you still have to go through like everything else. So
you went through their basic training?
I haven't finished that yet. It's phase training, and I picked a reserve unit, and it's over, like, yeah, it's weird. It's so I think the regular army active is 50 weeks or something like that.
Jesus.
But it includes your skill training, like whatever job you pick. And I picked combat medic.
50 fucking weeks.
I know, but for especially for combat medic, that could be just for combat medic. But it's like phase 1 training and phase 2 training is phase 1 alpha, phase 2 bravo. But for the reserves, you go like once a weekend for like 4 weekends, and then the next bravo one is 16 days straight or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to ask. But I did a reserve unit so I could stay in England and then like serve as a paramedic, like with the NHS. So.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, we're gonna go ahead and take a break, and we're gonna listen to some music. And Ghosty, thank you for coming on here. And then if you want to jump in the chat, like I said, we're on right now. We're shooting the shit right now. We always have the chat going.
Yeah.
And then of course.
Yeah, I'm filling out that the thing on the website right now.
All right, cool. All right, well, hey, thanks for coming on, and we'll talk to you later. Whoa, damn! Is that you typing?
Yes, great talking to you guys.
Oh shit! Damn, that was crazy ass typing. All right, cool. I'll talk to you in a sec. Later.
All right, bye.
That's just crazy. That's like straight up on the field reporting right there.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping when you said you were getting people trying to get into the Skype, that we get somebody who actually was from or knows people from around that area. And I mean, that's some scary stuff. I mean, no one wants to be involved or around that, but it's at least it's good to know what's going on.
Yeah, the whole feed right now is going all crazy on YouTube now, guys. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Okay.
Damn it, Pi.
I have no idea what's going on. I think it's those fucking horses doing some shit when y'all went to fucking.
They're mad that we left.
Yeah, I had to double check to make sure that we were good to go on our damn on a recording here, to make sure we're still rocking and rolling. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break, and then everyone get some shouts. I can't every time I try to get on. Yes, I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna try to keep going on Facebook Live, but it keeps kicking me off. It's because it's not letting me the recording up. So we'll be back with Muddy Dish with Ice and Flash, hanging out with Mom. So everyone get some shouts.
Shots.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Oh, what's up, guys?
No, keep doing what you're doing. I like that.
I'm just getting into it, man. Just raging. Fucking this Facebook Live, fucking multiple streaming platforms crap is just totally fucking pissing me off. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's whatever, man. But holy sheep fucking dick nuts, man. God.
It's Russia's fault.
Duh. Today we show you what it's all about with your multiple streaming. So apparently the boss has got some issues right now at the house.
Yeah, I saw that.
He okay, so he's been gone, hanging out doing his stuff, and the old lady comes to the house and says, "Hey, honey, look at this." And it's a extension cord plugging into one of the outer utility outlets in his home.
He was just a little perturbed.
And there's nobody that's the house next door's rental property. And so neighbors that were there moved out, and so someone else moved in. Follow the How do you not think that someone is going to notice an extension cord going into somebody's house?
It's pretty ballsy.
I mean, it's very ballsy. It's you're hanging out, and just some things you just go in your backyard. You go in and out. Fucking, if you're living in the South or you're out west where it's fucking balls fucking hot, you rarely go out in your backyard. But then that one time you go out to your backyard, just to make sure your dog's barking, or you just want to, oh hey, I need to wash something down, and you go back and you just notice little things about your backyard that you didn't notice before, like a moved twig or I don't know, a piece of
extension cord.
An extension cord sticking into your fucking wall. Man.
Why are you up? Where's his camp?
Oh. Whoa.
My son's, not mine. My son's.
Oh, I thought you said you were in trouble. I was like, you are in trouble.
Oh, they are off.
She's like, oh, how come your underwear's off? I'm like, whoa. I wonder why they call you Flash. But anyways, I'd be pissed. I would be fucking pissed off as hell to see that shit. I would actually unplug it and then surge it. Like plug it into something that's gonna fucking pop, make a pop fuses or something like that. But the boss brought up a point. Who told you it would be acceptable to trespass on somebody's property and then steal fucking electricity? How would you start that as a conversation? Hi, I'm Redleg. In the few days that I was gone, I noticed you're stealing my shit.
I would just walk over with the bill and be like, so you're here. I'm charging you.
Oh, I would
charging you $100 a day.
Did that one time? I'd be like a little fucking snitch ass bitch to the cops. Hey cops, you're gonna love this. Come here, check. I think somebody's using a meth lab. What do you mean? Come on over now. Check out.
Oh yeah.
And just let them.
That would work.
Just let them do it. So, looks appears like a redacted's kicking himself out a lot in the chat room there. I don't know what you got, having some problems there, bud. Gurr, I totally understand. There are some issues with streaming. I have no idea. It's like I said. There's some. I can hear it on my phone. I can hear it on the TuneIn app. I can hear it on there. I don't know what's going on, everybody. I'm sorry. It could be some areas. What's the weather look like around the U.S. anyways?
It's good here in Virginia land.
Oh, you're not supposed to be telling everybody where you're at, man.
Oh, I stopped caring a long time ago.
Sorry.
I'm where all this stuff happens to our country and we do nothing about.
It's nice and clear here at good old Fort Bliss.
Well, yeah, actually, Central Texas, looks like there's some rain rolling up in Central Texas, upper Midwest. Starting to freaking, matter of fact, when you guys just left, it's fucking storming like crazy now. So, or it's starting to storm.
It's all their fault.
Yeah. All the way out to the Carolinas. It's all the way up to, well, I don't give a fuck about New York, but, or Massachusetts. Sorry, Branko. Sorry. Why are you gonna fucking talk shit? Are you okay, Redacted? Are you having issues? Can you even internet, bro?
Can you even internet?
Can you interwebs? So yeah, I would be pretty fucking pissed off if someone was stealing my shit like that. I would be. Again, the boss has a good point. How do you start off a conversation like that? Hi.
With the cops.
Yeah.
Call them. Hey, could y'all send a car over? We're gonna have to deal with something.
You got a problem here?
I don't want to go to jail, but if I talk to him, I'm going to go to jail. So how about you come over here and explain to the kind folks of why this is stealing and they should not be doing it?
Yeah, this is wrong. So in other news, aside from, I think we're gonna kind of get some updates and stuff. Hey, Ghosty, feel free if you know something that's gonna be coming up on that's like obviously some newsflash type of shit. You could throw some links in there. Yeah, throw some newsflash stuff in there. Apparently a truck. Let me read this headline, okay? And let me just read the headline, and then I'll let you just let your imagination run wild. Truck rams Newark's anal tech. Odor leads to hazmat situation.
Well, cite your source before I comment. Cite your source.
WDEL 101.7 FM. Top story. Why? What's up with that? Well, there's a picture of a fucking truck inside anal tech with its ass out. So.
Oh my!
Well,
you just can't make stuff up like that.
No, it's some of the. It's just funny how people don't know how to fucking write. I would just say, truck collides with the building or something like that. What started as a two-vehicle crash escalated quickly to a hazardous material situation in Newark Monday morning. Officials entering as a result of the collision at the intersection of Route 72 and Blue Hen Drive, a pickup plowed through the wall of a nearby building. Officials entered the building detecting an odor, and a representative explained the smell was coming from a lab inside anal tech, and had been damaged. And hazmat teams were called in due to the chemicals used at the facility. What's KY or? The all clear was given about 3 hours later. Oh, go ahead. 2 people were injured, though.
I can imagine whoever wrote this had fun.
Yeah, how do we say this? How do you write that? Oh, I got an idea, man. Write the truck rams anal tech.
Holy crap!
What's up?
So, breaking in the social media sphere of Twitter, there's a video that shows doesn't actually show the explosion, but you see the moments before as the crowd, and it's shockingly mostly females, you see people starting to leave. It's the end of the show. It's a couple seconds before you hear a loud explosion, and then you just see the panic just hit.
What about
and this is just came out 2 minutes ago on this video emerged on Twitter. It's like I had to watch it like 3 times. That's why I was being quiet while you guys were talking, because it literally shows, you hear a big explosion. Well, you hear an explosion. I don't know how big it is because it's hard for me to hear, but you hear an explosion and then you just see the panic ensue so quickly.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy stuff.
That's pretty fucking crazy. That's just insane. Well, apparently North Korea. I don't know how I got those 2 failed states confused, but North Korea.
Oh, that North.
North Korea. Kim Jong-un after missile test. Oh, bro, the entire world looks so beautiful. Huh, praise. North Korean has disclosed a series of images from the Earth that were taken by a camera carried aboard. God, dude, I'm fucking sorry. This Jungle Juice is good shit. Go to YouTube, Google, Go to YouTube and Google. Go to YouTube and search for Jungle Juice recipe, and you will not be disappointed.
What made you decide to try it or drink it?
Well, I always, every show that I have, I've started a little tradition of who my drink is sponsored by. And so what was it? A week back, I said this show's sponsored by Tecate, because everyone's always asking me what I'm drinking when I have my cam up, and so freaking. Let me see. Anyway, somebody actually looked up Jungle Juice. Oh no, it's ISIS claiming.
In the name of Allah, the merciful, the grateful, this is only the beginning. The lions of the Islamic State of Iraq and Sham are beginning to attack all the.
Did he just say the Atlantic State?
I think so. I put that in the chat, and EXO said that's fake.
Is it?
Yeah,
though?
that's definitely fake. I mean, I think it's okay. One, it comes off of what's his nuts' name? Milo. What's his nuts? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't trust anything. I'm not saying that. I'm definitely not saying that he's creating, creating false content. But I do believe that it does fit his type of narrative, and it just I don't think it would come out like that.
Yeah.
Especially so trashy. I mean, it just sounds just not
exactly
in conjunction with everything else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't like to be mean. Like I don't take Breitbart or him very seriously.
Well, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of people that don't take us seriously.
When it comes to this, it's too. No, I don't. I think it's people being. I don't know if it's people trying to press that certain language that it's Islamic terrorists, and we know for a fact, and and trying to rile something up. I mean, it's very easy to create. I can create. I have one of those scarves. I can go and create a video like that, say stupid shit like that. I mean, but it very well could be real.
No, you're right. You're right. No.
My money's that it's fake, and it's shameful that people would even do that stuff.
Yeah, you're right. So it could be somebody that's just like praising it and just trying to fucking say that whatever. Copies, yeah. So the state run. Going back what I was saying about North Korea.
Pick a North.
Yeah. The state-run KCNA news agency said Monday that Kim Jong-un had expressed his great satisfaction over Sunday's test and suggested that the weapon should be rapidly mass-produced in a serial way to arm his military. South Korea's Yonhap, would you like that Yonhap news agency? Reported that the North State Rodong, are we really saying this? Rodong Simon published 58 images that are alleged taken by a camera aboard the missile, saying as an apparent bid to show off its missile atmospheric re-entry technology. They also added that viewing the images from the Earth being sent real-time from the camera mounted on the ballistic missile, Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un said it feels grand to look at the Earth from the rocket we had launched. The entire world looks so beautiful, praise.
I tell you what, if that man wants to start a war, mass producing that kind of shit, there's not so much. I mean, the U.S. has always kind of pigeonholed ourselves to make reasons why we don't start a fight with somebody, but already you're doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing. But now you want to mass produce missiles in order to start a fight. Man, we're about to make this quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, some fake ass shit. So I'll be honest with you, fuck that dude, man. Fuck that dude. Yeah, so anyways, going back to what I was saying, every show that I like to have, I like to sponsor it with a drink, and it just because I was just feeling kind of froggy tonight, and then, told Smoke that he needed to chill out so he could do his inventories and take a break, because he looked, he was pretty smoked from the guy was fucking busy as shit. So I was like, hey, I'll get it tonight, thinking it was going to be easy because of the fucking Facebook Live shit, but apparently all my little gags and jokes that I had for the show start didn't fucking happen because Facebook Live was being a biatch.
Did you sacrifice a goat to the Facebook gods? I mean, come on, man.
No, I don't give a fuck, dude. If we can't get it up, we can't get it. Well, if we can't get it up, we can't get it up.
They have a pill for that.
Yeah. So, no, I don't need it. Trust me. Actually, alcohol is my pill. But anyways, yeah. So I drank. Somebody caught me. Say, hey, Ice, what are you drinking? Hey, Ice, what are you drinking? Every time. So what are you drinking this time? What are you drinking? So I was like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and start sponsoring the show with the drink that I'm drinking. So tonight it's Jungle Juice and. I gotta be careful. I gotta pace myself with that shit because I have one of those, those big sippy 44-ounce cups that are plastic that you get at some restaurants, the fountain drinks. If you pay 5 cents extra, you get free refills when you bring it back, right? So I paid 5 cents extra, and I like to, go to this place to drink, and yeah, I go in there and I show off my cup, and they fill it up. Well, it's also a great, great little fucking cup for drinking. So.
Anything special in this Jungle Juice?
Nah, I because, come on, man, guys. See,
I had a battalion commander.
Cooking.
Used to claim he put coolant in his Jungle Juice just to give it a little extra kick.
Well, making. See, here we go. I'm gonna fucking say this. So making a good Jungle Juice, you have to realize that it's all, and everybody knows that See, that's why military food sucks. God, here I go. I didn't want to do sergeant's time, but the reason why military food sucks is because they have to go by the recipe card. If the cooks were authorized to go by their own zest and flair, then of course you're able to make a good meal. I've been in units where the commander said, "I don't cooks. Here you go. Here's whatever. I don't give a fuck if you want to make whatever. Tell us what you're making." And the cooks just kicked ass. And then it's like, "Hey, dude, what would happen if you guys went, by the recipe cards?" And the cook, it was a warrant. It was a chief warrant. It was like CW3. A Master Sergeant and some NCOs and all that, and they're like, I'll tell you what, sir, we'll make one meal. One meal we'll make it with fucking by the recipe card. It tastes like fucking ass. And so ever since then, and that's when he was saying, he's like, a good cook, yes, understands and knows how to make food, and he just uses his own zest and flair and his own touch to it. Well, the same thing goes for drinks. Except I like extra drink. I mean, I like extra, stuff in my alcohol. I like alcohol. See, I don't want to say that, man, because if I fucking say that, then everyone's going to think I'm a fucking alky. So.
Join the club.
Yeah. So you have different types of jungle juice. You have the, fucking just this normal standard tropical rum jungle juice. You have the Sweet Revenge jungle juice, the St. Patrick's Day jungle juice, the Super Bowl jungle juice. So, I just like just normal tropical rum, yes, indeed, normal tropical rum, and there we go.
Well, how civilized of you.
Yes, indubitably. Well, it depends how quick you want to make it too. So the thing is that I look at the recipes. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make it like this. I'm gonna hurry up, make it. Then I just sip on it, and then in my rush to get the show set up, in my rush to get everything squared away, then I'm not paying attention to the specific amount of ounces that I'm supposed to throw in there. I was like, oh, it only says 8 ounces? Nah, I'll put in fucking 10 and see what happens.
2 bottles.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So, that's when you make some good fucking jungle juice. I like strawberries and tropical stuff, flavored stuff. So that's it. So I'm drinking it now, and so I'm cutting off my mic a lot because, there's got floaty fruit in there. So I'm drinking it and eating some fruit. But yes, I like to cook and I like to make drinks because I like to eat. And I like to drink, so tonight's drink has been sponsored by Jungle Juice.
Jungle Juice.
Jungle Juice. So, yeah, so that's what started the tradition of having it. So, everyone's like, "Ooh, tropical rum." Yeah, man, it depends what you get.
The more you know.
Yep, the more you know with eyes and drinking. So, let's go on another story here. Nearly half of the females failed to graduate Army infantry training because the standards were also lowered. Oh no. Say it.
What?
Say it isn't so. Oh my god, yeah. Staff writer over at the Military News for what is this? PopularMilitary.com. Sources say that America's first female Army infantrymen. So if they're female, are they infantrymen? Or they're just infantry? Kind of like how you say octopuses or octopi. Yeah. So if they're like just infantry, are they infantry or do you say infantrymen? So not all of them went through. But you know what? I'll be honest with you.
Guidelines, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like a news. It's kind of like fucking news that doesn't fucking matter because I'm pretty sure there's other MOSs that people don't make, and that's it. So I'm pretty sure there were some guys that didn't make it, not just what I mean. Done this fucking shit. And there was one. Somebody's like, "Well, the standards were lowered," and this is why I pick apart the story. I love fucking stories like this. Well, because females had a PT test that was different for them. Well, duh. They have a female PT test.
Shoot, I knew people that failed out of broadcasting school. I mean,
wow.
Okay, but I but going with the what the big push is right now for the Army is females can do these things without us having to lower standards, even though we are lowering standards. Look at us being progressive, even though it's detriment to our U.S. fighting force. But whatever.
Well, the point being was that the females have always had a lower APFT standard. Anyways, it didn't matter. A female soldier at 17 to 21 age group, just needed 25 pushes or some shit like that at the minimum. Max it was like 30, and that's some guys fail. You know what I mean at that age. So, as a first sergeant, it was kind of funny because I had a female soldier in my unit that would brag that she could pass male, and she did. No, she did not have a penis. She could pass a male's PT test, and would rub it in guys' face. The PT
That's
test.
funny.
Not the PT test, not nothing else.
Okay, good for clarification. That's
yeah.
Woo.
So
FCC about to get us.
Yeah, I was about to say FCC. I'm so glad we're not controlled by the FCC. But anyways, going back to what I was saying about the thing, that there was only one female that did better than 90% of the males in the PT test, said one 22-year-old male trainee who reportedly had high PT score. Reportedly. Speaking as a person who had the second highest PT score, she had me looking over my shoulder the whole cycle. It was something that made me better, and it kept me up at nights a few times, but certainly at the end of the cycle, I was doing more push-ups because I had her chasing me. Yeah. Who cares? Congratulations, infantry. Welcome to the world. Well, ICE loves MPs, so MPs have had that no issues. They've had females on their shits, on their teams, and doing whatever. Doing MP shit.
Well, if they could pass it without having to, if they can pass by the standards, more power to them. If you can ruck and shoot,
yeah,
I'll have you in my foxhole any day. But anything, I mean, it's honestly, so we've opened up the all the jobs for the females to do whatever job they want. That's awesome. I remember we did a story in Fort Hood about our brigade, 182 Field Artillery, had the first female artillery officers.
Oh yeah.
And they were cool. It was a cool story. They were really nice. We had
feel good.
I think it was I forget which one it was out there. And it was a cool story, but eventually the story moves on because it's not current and new anymore. Females are doing this, and as long as they can pass standards, it's almost like they keep drawing up, hey, let's keep making a story out of this because no one's going to notice that we're recycling old material.
Yeah, or just somebody getting motivated.
It's like, good on them.
Good on them. Yeah.
What happens is soldier keeps other soldier in check.
Yeah.
We don't
what's
care
wrong
about
with
that
what's wrong with healthy competition? I'm sorry, unless you're part of the NFL and you have a big ass afro and kneel during the national anthem, then I guess that's when it fucking matters. Or the NBA, or Major League Baseball, or NHL, then that's when it's okay to be competitive. But everything else, man, fuck that. I don't give a shit about that stuff.
Like I said, if you can, as long as you pass the standards and you can shoot, my foxhole's always open, and I'll fight next to you. This other bullshit, honestly, is a distraction. It honestly, what the Army's built on, as you know, is teamwork and camaraderie. Every time a story comes out like this, it makes it separating, and that's what me and Red Leg talked on one show, that we're in a time of division and everything's trying to be separated. So much so that in the military we have to be, instead of just being soldiers, we're now female and male soldiers, and driving that wedge there too. I'm gonna drink. I'm just gonna do that.
No, that's a good point though. You want to talk about the division? Holy crap! There's now schools that are saying, why white's not allowed. I never thought I'd ever see something like that in my lifetime. White's not allowed. Black only graduations, black only proms. Yeah.
They're doing it to themselves.
Well, it's kind of funny because somebody brought it up during, I think it was Notre Dame's graduation, when the vice president was going to speak, and right before he spoke, everyone started standing up and walking away. Now, look, you just fucking ruined my kid's graduation because of your little political bullshit. On another note, I, as an employer, will make sure that I never fucking hire you. I don't give a fuck if you can teach me how to fucking cure cancer or some shit. Well, wait a minute. It's fucking Notre Dame. You're not.
I will give them this, opposed to when Betsy DeVos, who I can't stand worth hell, at least they got up. They didn't make a giant spectacle other than just standing up and walking out. They didn't yell. They didn't scream. They didn't boo. They just got up, showed their dissent, and walked out. As some, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Yes, it's your graduation. Are you kind of ruining it for your other, the parents that came to see their kids graduate? Yes. Are you being kind of an asshole? Yes. But you know, when it comes to like Betsy DeVos getting booed the whole time, or just standing out, they walk. It's not like they dawdled; they got out in good fashion, and then he continued. I mean, Betsy DeVos couldn't even talk. So I mean, I'll give them this. You know, they at least did it as, I guess, as politically nice as, or the best way possible of a silent protest, and I can commend them for that, regardless if I agree with them or not. I will give them some props because Betsy DeVos, who I can't stand, I mean, she was invited to the school to speak. At least let her speak. But oh wait, we can't do that. So instead of letting her talk, we just booed the hell out of her until I don't even think she even finished or whatnot. I mean, I know their dean came up and said this is unacceptable, but you know they didn't care because they were graduating. But I mean, at least they did that. I will give them that for the whole protesting thing.
You know, I do have this one thought. If they want to fucking get up, hell, that'll make the graduation shorter. You know what I mean?
will
Like,
actually make-
especially the black only graduation. Well, shit, I don't have to sit through 300 to 400 fucking names being read across the fucking stage. I don't. I sound like a total
Wow.
fucking asshole for that.
You just upset Baby Flash. What's up with that?
No, Baby Flash is about to get his butt whooped by his mama because
Uh-oh.
Baby Flash does not know how to stay. He now can climb out of his crib,
Oh yeah. dude.
which we have recorded him doing it through the baby monitor, and I have to say I am actually I'm proud of my son. This little Indiana Jones MacGyver crazy kid.
Oh, yeah,
just
dude.
like
They
rock
are.
and rolled
Yep.
out now. But
Yep.
unfortunately, this would be the fifth or sixth time during the show that he's gotten out, and finally my wife has had enough and has kicked his little ass. Good on you, Mama Flash.
Yeah, little ones are awesome. No, I'm just
Now,
tired.
was it rude of them to do that? Extremely rude.
Yeah, it is. It's really rude to do that, but I really don't think it's not going to help. It's not helping anybody's issue at hand.
Of course not.
What are they trying? What I really want to know, and again, I'm always I'm naive at some of the social faux pas of what you can and can't say or what is supposed to happen. Because I always ask you guys because I'm a tad bit older than the rest of the staff.
You're older than most of the staff combined.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I'm think of combine a couple of your ages and then sprinkle a couple of other ages.
You're
yeah.
probably at least double me.
But the thing is that they fucking I don't know what they're getting. What were they getting up because they didn't want to hear Pence? I mean,
That's it. I mean, honestly, if you look at the whole realm of the Trump administration altogether, Mike Pence is almost the least problematic person. He's never come out and said anything regretful, stupid. Nobody. I mean, the biggest scandal with Mike Pence was that he does not eat dinner with another woman without his wife. Some call it weird. You know, is it a
No,
little
it's
weird?
respect.
It is, but I
No,
gotta
it's
respect the man for having certain convictions.
No,
and
that's
if
respect.
that's what he wants to do, then hey,
Yep, that's respect.
between you, God, and your wife. You go forth and conquer. But
Yeah.
that's the biggest scandal. He's not Betsy DeVos who has her own things,
but
or
you know what?
Mike Sessions or anyone else.
Yeah, but we're talking about also how men are being, what do they call that? Effeminated.
Oh yeah, because he's a conservative male, and unfortunately he's Donald Trump's running mate. That automatically makes him a bad guy. So what do? They protest him because they don't want to hear him speak. Because nowadays our colleges are not a land of free speech; they're a land of controlled speech to make sure nobody's offended. Because God
tired of that
forbid,
shit,
in
dude.
college when you're supposed to be having mind-expanding experiences, it's
yep,
only
exactly.
one type of language.
You're supposed to
not
be drinking
every type of language.
Exactly. You're supposed to be drinking gallons of jungle juice, not fucking just a little
I mean,
bit of jungle juice.
don't get me wrong. I went to
Understanding where
I
jungle
went to a
juice came
film
from.
store in Orlando, and I watched movies that I like. I've never been a huge fan of foreign films. I mean, I'm reading subtitles. Never was a huge fan of that. Never watched it. Didn't want to watch it. Wasn't really interested in the class I had to take, but I did, and I learned something. And now actually, there's a couple of them that I have in my personal library because I was exposed to things and I learned and whatever. If I just kept that way and they just said, oh, well, people don't like foreign films. I'm trying to equate it to my experience as close as possible. Well, we're just not going to have foreign films in our program. then you have people missing out on some great movies.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Some of these foreign films have taken a little bit of our meme culture. Just look at the fucking Hitler videos that you see. And that was a movie that was done all in German. Now, I happen to have all copies, digital, video, cassette, and CD, and on memory stick on every single one of my recording devices. I have that movie, Downfall, which is about the fall of Hitler and his troops in the fucking bunker. It was all done in German. That was a foreign film that, believe it or not, nobody really knew what it was about until somebody started throwing memes at it and started doing those fucking fake recordings with fake subtitles. And then all of a sudden people started noticing the movie. That's what got the movie fucking famous. But you're right. College is supposed to be something that is supposed to expand your mind, and it's supposed to have you understand what the world to be, again, educated. But instead, dude, I'm telling you what, I have I don't want to go.
Like I'm getting to the point where
I don't want to go.
Continues. While my stepdaughter's closer, she's going to be 11 in October, and my son is 2. I'm worried for them because I had some great experiences, and not all of them, majority of them weren't in my comfort zone at all. And that's how I've gotten to be successful. I like to think I'm successful, but to the person I am today is because I got exposed to all this stuff. There wasn't there are some arguments for safe space not being totally bad, and I can kind of see those types of points, but we've taken the idea of safe space, we've blown it up. We've taken the idea of, well, make sure we're not getting, racist, people being super racist and stuff like that. And we've blown it up to the point where, as a white male, if I sneeze the right direction, I could be hit with a racist, sexist, and homophobic lawsuit almost before I can turn around and tie my shoes.
Flash. We have people that are telling other races, minorities within their own group, what they are and what they are not. And no, because you have a smidgen of white in you, you're not completely and fully black, or you're not completely fully Hispanic. So I don't want to go. I mean, because there's going to be a time where I'm going to be like, ICE, it's time to hang up the uniform. So what are you going to do? And I'm thinking, you know what? I've always wanted to get this. I've always wanted to go to school and get that, and I want to be this, and I want to. Everyone's like, yeah, good job, ICE, good job. You're going to get a whatever degree in whatever, and you're going to do whatever. I'm like, yeah. But I'll be honest with you, they have demeaned it so fucking much that if that something like as simple as hard work is going to be bad because you're not. I actually had somebody tell me that because of my white privilege. Now, mind you, there are some that really know who I am, and they really know me, especially some of you guys on the staff that do know me. I'm pretty distant from that. I'm not really. I don't want to say that I'm. Yeah, I could. If you were to look back in when I was growing up, I'd say maybe in the 80s. Then they would say, yeah, you're a minority. But now I have other individuals who are not even of that minority telling me that I am not of that minority. I'm not saying that I do. I don't wave that card around. Deport them all, I say. That's my mantra. So I'm not going to sit there and say that and say that I'm hiding behind it. But what I'm going to say is that I don't speak for you, Flash, just like I don't speak for Mom, just like I don't speak for Redleg. So nobody speaks for me. That's the way it should be. I shouldn't have a bunch of little pretentious bitches tell me that I am this when they don't even know who the fuck I am. And by the way, yes, it is bad for you to be 500 pounds overweight. It is bad for you not to get not to vaccinate your kids. It is bad for you. You know what I mean? I'm just tired of that fucking bullshit of being told what the fuck to do. And I'm telling you what, I don't like being told what to fucking do.
Well, you know what? The people that are, saying, oh, you're white or you're this, you're that, they don't even know who the fuck they are. If you know what I mean. Like, especially the college kids, they don't know who they are at that point. They don't. Like, they haven't really developed themselves, their well, I mean, maybe their personality, but they have not, I don't even know how to put this, but they don't know exactly, they don't know what the real world is. They don't know.
No.
It's all fucking make-believe.
And I get what it is.
They have this perceived thing.
I know.
Well, especially,
Mom,
like, look in the South with the statues being taken down.
Mom,
this is bad.
Mom, you know what it is? It is because it was my generation that raised kids that did not want to have, and of course everybody wants to, what is everyone's lot in life anyway, is to have a better life for you, have a better life for your kids than you had for you growing up, right? So you want to make sure your kids have everything.
Of course, we all want that for our kids.
But there are some people that have taken it to the fucking extreme because they have daddy issues or mommy issues, and they want to really ensure that, you know, oh, Bobby, it's okay for Bobby to express himself and all that, and you don't tell my kid what to do, but they don't tell their kids that you're not supposed to be wearing fucking lipstick. You're a dude. Dudes don't wear fucking lipstick. Well, why? Because you're a fucking dude. That's why you don't wear fucking lipstick. You know, my daughter, Dad, can I paint my nails? Go for it. Can I paint your nails? No. Why? Because I'm Dad. You don't paint my nails. Now, of course, you know, when they're like 2 or 3 and like, hey, Daddy, can you paint nails? You want to have a little tea party? Of course, I have a little I've had daughters, and I've done that before. I've had little tea parties and all that. But you know, this stormtrooper ain't wearing no fucking tutu. You know, but I'm not gonna sit there and have anybody say, Ice, you raise baby Ice this way because that's the way he should be.
There's a lot of background noise.
That's Flash. There we go. Fucking, I don't know. What are you doing, dude? You trying to make some jungle juice? Sell that recipe? Excuse me. I'm just fucking tired of that shit, man.
I need to make some jungle juice.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, Ice, you should definitely go back to school, because my dad, retired first sergeant, has gone back. He's trying to earn his bachelor's degree, and he is loving all the conversation he gets to have during his classes.
Well, I'm finding
loving it.
I know. I'm gonna find wife number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 exes, and then, you know, maybe assorted girlfriends and shit like that. That's gonna be fun when I go to school. Yeah, I will. Everyone says that when I go to school, I'm gonna be Will Ferrell when I go to fucking school. I'm actually gonna want to learn, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I actually don't want to fucking do it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna go to fucking school. Fuck no. Why? Why do I need to go to school? You bunch of fucking pussies.
And here's the thing, though. Like, when I was in, high school, and they still do, they keep pushing the idea of college. You have to go to college, because if you don't, you won't amount to anything. You won't be anybody, and X, Y, and Z. However, because of that, trades have been like forgotten. So now, like out in the trade industry, like you got your carpenters, your electricians, your mechanics, they are so like that they lack those people in those trades. And it's because, we're taught you go to college, you don't go to trade school, you don't go do this. And Mike Rowe, who, is trying to put, trades back on the map, people working with their hands, your blue collar jobs. And he's trying to make it look like these aren't bad people. These are hard-working Americans. Don't be ashamed for, being a pipe fitter. Don't be ashamed for being a garbage truck guy. Like,
dear God, if you're underwater welder, you make over 100. You can make over 100K.
Of course, it's a very dangerous job, but it's good money.
You ever read the book? You ever read the book World War Z? Right.
Yes.
And it, not that abomination of a fucking movie that was made to fucking satisfy people. No, the movie was nowhere near the fucking book. The book was about how during the zombie apocalypse, things that were once considered low, I guess you would say low and blue collar, they're considered almost up there with being like doctors. It was considered prestigious. If you were a fucking poet, guess what you were doing? You were helping the guys like me fucking, you were carrying the fucking wood. you weren't fucking, doing that shit. Yes, home ec, shop, whatever you want to fucking call it. Yeah, that should be coming back. So, that's just in the world, because when this world fucking there's going to be a time, we've had the course of our history is that there's going to be a time where we're going to call 911 and nobody's going to come.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's gonna come. And what's the number one rule of Zombieland? Cardio. So if you are going to be that person that's gonna cry all the fucking time and not know what to do anything for themselves. Now I've been injured in life to where I can't do stuff, but you know, when I've healed up and it's time for me to do it, I do it. Or you pay a motherfucker to do it, or you learn how to something to do it. My dad taught me how to do this stuff. But goddamn, man, you really want to fucking sit there and cry? Now think about it. These are people that went to a prestigious, quote unquote, university to learn what the fuck ever, and they're gonna go and protest the vice. I don't give a fuck who the fuck the vice president is. I could just say it, the vice president spoke at my graduation. That's all.
I mean, that would be holy shit. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, you know what? Even I wouldn't even mind fucking Biden speaking at my shit. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because it's Biden, and he's a walking meme. So it would have been funny for him to speak. But Mike Pence, he's the vice president. That's it. That he's gonna speak at my graduation? Hell yeah, dude. I'm right there. Hey, I'll be honest with you. I'm graduating. I don't give a fuck.
But you know, after you get out of college and you don't have your 4 years or your 6 years, depending if you're getting your master's, paid for, where you can, you go to class, protest, Welcome to the real world, where if you take off work, you're missing money. So that job that they're only going to let you take so many sick days or pay time off days before you're out, and then you're out of money. Hey, protest, eat. What do I want to do today?
Well, there's some people that actually just need
to protest, but real world's about to smack them all in the face really quickly.
Well, I like the fact that there was a I don't know who it was, because I flip channels. Being the job that we got here, we have to scan all the fucking propaganda pieces that are out there. But somebody said that I'm glad that they got good images of those faces, because I know when I'm a future employer, I'm going to make sure that I'm not hiring that person, that person, that person, that person, that. You know what I mean? What class? Because that's what I'm going to say. Hey, what class of graduating did you graduate from? Oh, I graduated from Georgetown. What year? 2017. Okay. And then that's it. I'm not hiring you. Like I said, I don't give a fuck if you cured AIDS, cancer, hermosyphilides, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Hermosyphilides.
You were able to
love it.
You were able to fucking do that. Fuck it, whatever, man. I'm not gonna fucking. You're not hired.
Because look at it this way. Because if they were able to do that because they disagree with Mike Pence's point of view, say you're hired by a conservative company like Chick-fil-A, you go in there knowing that they are a Christian organization, but you are like one of these. I don't want to use the term snowflake, jackasses that got up in that
you're straight biatch.
Graduation. You're not going to value the company's, I guess you could say, value their what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say properties, but their way of business. And then if you disagree with your boss or that company's CEO and their opinions, they're going to think you're just going to walk out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't matter, because I don't guarantee it. Even I know. I mean, I do know, working with civilians and before, because I was a civilian before I joined the Army, and I do know for the fact that if you fucking don't show up to work because you're pissed about something, then you're gonna get fired. Who fucking cares? Again. You want to fucking hold a grudge on something? Like the president went to go speak at your fucking graduation, so you were graduating, okay? But you want to try to make a fucking point because he is the vice president of something that you can't stand. I still don't know, again, what they're upset with Trump about. I want to know what he's upset about. What did he fucking do? What did he do for them to get all pissed off about? I don't care. I'm still not maybe I'm not grasping something. Maybe maybe too much jungle juice. I don't know. But
maybe not enough jungle.
Maybe not enough jungle juice. Maybe I need to smoke some weed with the fucking green room guys. But what the fuck?
You know how the real world is and how it works, and these guys don't. And them getting up at a graduation isn't going to change anything. It's not going to fix anything. That's just like changing your fucking profile picture to whatever event or tragic event that has happened in the world. AKA changing your profile picture to a fucking flag.
Yeah. Or straight up, I've literally, I cannot believe, and I would never thought I'd ever see people, actually using like you're gonna get roadside assistance. Yes, okay, cool. To me, I think roadside assistance is when I'm driving down the road and my transmission just completely flies out of my fucking truck, and then my engine blows up, and I don't have the tools right there for me to fix it on the side of the highway. Not my tire blows out, and then I stand there and wait for somebody to come and change the tire for me.
I'm sure, like, Ben's probably like, okay, deuces, see you guys.
God.
You know?
Man. Well, tonight has been fucking crazy. Hang on. What? Hang on. It's lucky for me. Let me bring you back. You know, I'm the only one that doesn't have Skype issues until fucking this just happened just now.
Wow.
I don't have any Skype issues whatsoever. So I can have like 8 callers on my fucking Skype and I have no issues at all. So that's why. Are you back, Flash?
I'm back.
All right. So anyways.
It could be his Skype.
No, yeah, it could be his Skype. It could be whatever. I mean, but.
Stupid Skype.
Stupid Skype. Stupid Skype.
It's Pie's fault.
Yep.
Damn it, Pie.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. I want to throw my. I want to.
Did we celebrate anything for Pi Day?
We did not.
No.
We did not. So.
That's why. It's bad karma.
Yep, exactly. So, guys, hey, thanks for coming on. Thanks for listening and shooting the shit. Again, sorry the Facebook Live crap is crap. Again, join us every night, 20 to 2300, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 12 to 1400. We got a show. What do we got? As a matter of fact, I haven't even done the guest Klaus cleaning yet.
Oh, no, you have not.
I've not. I've done everything else because I was giving a demonstration and discussing how everybody is going to, do a freaking show, or whatever. So what do we got going on? WTF Wednesdays. We're gonna have John Munz. John Munz is the executive producer of the show Blood on the Deck. It's a reality show where American heroes, veterans, and firefighters and Leos have the ultimate chance to face off for the top slot of fishing.
Hey, that's pretty cool stuff. Like if you like fishing, that's what you want to be doing right there.
Dude, I know. I'm not dissing on that. This Friday or this Thursday, I'm sorry, for Sergeant's Time, I have a guest. I got 2 guests, Conrad R. Ludwig and then Chris Landry. Conrad is a combat veteran, software developer and author of Striker, The Siege of Sadr City. Joined the Army when he was 17, deployed to Iraq as an infantryman during the troop surge of 2007 to 2008, and was medically discharged due to TBI and severe PTSD. He's been working as an advocate for writing as a tool to help veterans transition out of combat and to share what they've learned with everyday people. Chris Landry was born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas, and joined the Army as an infantryman at 19 July of 2003. Has served multiple deployments in Iraq, deployed with Conrad in September of 2007. After he exited the service, he was struggling with alcohol and depression until he met his wife, and now has his life on track, using his experience to try to help others, veterans, push through their struggles as well. So I guess you find a wife and they square you away. As opposed to me, I find multiple wives and they square me away. 26th May, Friday.
On Thursday, they'll be giving one of their books away.
Oh, that's right. They are going to be giving one of their books away. Signed too, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to have to think about an event. I'm going to have to think on an event or something to get. Yeah, to get them. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Friday, Colonel retired Robert L. Maness. Colonel Maness retired from the Air Force after 32 years of service. The owner of Iron Liberty Consulting Group, chairman of Gator Pack, and a board member of the Military Advocacy Project of Louisiana, is involved in many other groups and projects. He'll be on to talk about the recent controversy over the removal of Confederate monuments. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Monday, Isaiah and Dusty, again, back with Peter the Penguin, Peter the PTSD Awareness Penguin. If you guys don't know who these guys are, they're freaking hilarious. They came on about a few months back, right? Yeah, didn't they come on a few months ago?
I want to say it was back in January.
Yeah, I was about to say. Isaiah and Dustin from the Facebook page, Peter the PTSD Awareness Penguin. We're back to let us know what they've been up to since they last appeared on the show. The goal for Peter the PTSD Awareness Penguin is to bring people together, able to talk about however they want it, free of judgment, with laughter to gain personally and express themselves as they see fit. Tuesday, we have comedian Troy Giddings. Army veteran Troy Giddings is a comedian, writer, and actor from Fayetteville, Arkansas. They have Fayetteville in Arkansas. Damn.
There's one in Ohio.
Damn. You gotta watch out, man. Fayetteville likes to fucking spread.
Look at STD.
Oh my God. Yeah, like a disease. He has performed all over the country in pursuit of the meaning of life and a decent chili dog. After performing at Gilda's Laugh Fest, he thought long and hard about chili dogs and doing haiku instead of comedy. Alas, he went on tour instead after a grueling year with Blunt Force Comedy Tour. Giddings is looking forward to try to bring a chili dog to your town. What the hell? Never heard of that before, but okay.
You can bring one to my town. Chili dogs are the best.
I want some, you know, freaking. I want a good, exactly, functional veteran. Here at U.S. Army WTF Moments, WTFNationRadio.com, we are the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. You guys got anything you want to say? You want to shoot the shit about some stuff? I guess not. Okay.
Mama Flash is giving me the wrap it up signal. So
Okay, yeah, exactly. I'm seeing the wrap it up. Okay. God damn it. All right, I'll shut up. Shit. All right, guys. Well, if you guys don't have anything else, then y'all have a good one, and see you. WTF Sunshouts.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
High, nigga, when I get busy, throw your hands in the sky, nigga. I got the illness of the ill mentality. Niggas be grabbing me, knowing that they'd rather be stabbing me. All up in my back, trying to take my trap. When I used to sell crack, I ain't had problems like that. Street rules, watch your pockets and your jewels. A nigga front goes death to the fool. Next when the move is getting blasted, stink sewer flows from the ill ghetto bastard. As I release masterpieces like adhesive, stuck to your ass like tissue when you're wiping fast. MCs have a hard time believing I'm marked for death, hard to kill like Steven. When Jake comes
Listening to the sounds of WTF Nation Radio.
The bitches, they love visuals.
WTF Nation Radio.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
Yeah, I'm driving. That's why I'm doing the video thing, so that I don't text and drive. That shit's dangerous.
This is WTF Nation Radio.
Reminds me of that fucking meme that was like, I don't text and drive because I don't want my mama to find my last text message about grinding down on that dick.
Call the show now at 415-889-83.